Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who DVD dispensation video. So for this video, we are looking at part 2. Now, part 1 I released a couple of days ago. I would actually put the link at the bottom for you because part 1 really was a big, massive hit. More than I thought it was going to be. So, yeah, part 1, massive hit with season 1. So I'm hoping that this season, season 2, is going to do so well as the first one. So a couple of things before I get into the DVD part of season 2. So I kind of want to talk about what season 2 means to me. So season 2, it is my favourite Hartnell season. It's my favourite Dalek season. This is the season that shows 2 stories of Daleks, and it's my favourite Dalek season because the Daleks are really menacing in this season. And to be honest with you, it is my second favourite season out of the 60s era of the show. And it's actually it's in the top 10 seasons of all time for Doctor Who. I really do enjoy season 2. It's one of my favourites. As I say, it's my favourite Hartnell season. Now, the reason why this is my favourite Hartnell season is because every one of these stories are brilliant. Honestly, they are 100% brilliant. There's not a bad story in this. Season 1, it kind of has a few up and downs for me, with 3 only standout good stories, basically, from that season, which is the Daleks, the Aztecs, and the Reign of Terror. Season 2, this entire whole season, all of these stories really do stand out to me. And it's one of the ones, this is the only Hartnell season I do go back and rewatch quite a lot, either through DVD or Blu-ray, since last December. So yeah, anyway, let's dive into what I own from season 2 for this DVD dispensation. So the year was actually 2012 when we got the time of this very first story from the season. Planet of the Giants. We have Planet of the Giants. Now, this is a fantastic story. I need to do a video of me talking about more about Planet of the Giants because it's one I actually do enjoy. I did do a review on this a couple of weeks ago, but I absolutely do love Planet of the Giants. It's a fantastic story, a 3-part story that should have been a 4-part story, but something happened in the editing booth or something went wrong, so I had to cram 2 episodes into part 3. Yeah, I really do enjoy it. The next DVD we got, now this one, believe it or not, was released way back in 2003. And I'm going to be talking about the Dalek invasion of Earth. This is one of my favourite Dalek stories. Yes, and I honestly mean that. It is literally one of my favourite Dalek stories. One, it is because it's got some fantastic elements in there, like when Dalek comes out of the Thames. You got the famous speech when Hartnell says goodbye to Caroline Ann Ford's character, Susan, his granddaughter. I just absolutely love it. It's a fantastic Dalek story, and it's one of the first Doctor Who DVDs I actually ever got growing up. Yeah, it's actually one of the very first ones. I remember stopping at me aunts and uncles in Solihull. My auntie took me to HMV, and I picked this story up for only £10. And after all these years, since 2005, I still own it. It's one of my favourite Hartnell stories, and I'm going to be 100% here. It's actually my very first ever Hartnell story I ever watched as well. And it's what got me into the Hartnell era. And then, of course, we have a box set next, which did come out around about 2009, I believe. Yeah, 2009. And the story that was released, it was released in a 2-pack box set. Normally, when this story was very first released on VHS, it was in a 2-pack VHS box. So I'm talking about 2 stories in one, which is basically The Rescue and The Romans. I'm literally going to pop that there. This is my favourite Hartnell box set. Now, out of the DVDs, honestly, it is my favourite Hartnell box set. It's the one I physically do go back and rewatch quite a lot before the Blu-ray came out. Why? It's because it has the introduction to my favourite Hartnell companion, aka Vicky, played by Mira O'Brien. Vicky is very much different from Susan, and to be honest, I think she had so much better character growth than Susan as well. Going from The Rescue up to the Mythmakers, I do believe Vicky had quite a bit of more of a better character development. Plus, The Rescue, it is a fantastic 2-parter. Absolutely brilliant. I can't find anything wrong with it. Then, of course, The Romans. Now, I'm not really too keen on some of the historials. type episodes, the historian episodes, but my god, I absolutely love the Romans. It was the first one I ever watched for the historials, believe it or not. I love the fact how the Doctor is basically the main cause of the Great Fire of Rome by accident. Of wink, wink, you know, yeah, by accident. But it's actually kind of a fantastic story, and I do love it. Then, of course, for DVD-wise, we go to a singular DVD release, and this was released back in 2005. And the story that got released in 2005 is The Web Planet. Now, this, I'm going to be honest with you, this was actually my third Hartnell story I ever watched. And even though it's got some bad camera pannings and making it look a bit blurred and stuff, I actually quite enjoyed it. And it's actually as I said, it was my third Hartnell story I ever watched. My second one I ever watched was, of course, The Aztecs. But this is actually the third Hartnell story I ever watched. And it's actually quite a brilliant story, and I do love The Web Planet. It's fantastic. And then, of course, we go to another DVD box set, which was released back in 2010. It is a brilliant box set. It contains over 2 stories, and I absolutely love the artwork for it. So the box set I'm talking about, it is The Space Museum and The Chase. The Space Museum and The Chase. And if you look at the bottom of the box set with the Daleks, you know why. You know why it is honestly my second favourite box set for Hartnell. Honestly, I love The Space Museum. The Space Museum is a great 4-part story. I need to give it a rewatch because it's been since December I rewatched it, and I do want to get a review out for it because I absolutely do love the story. I love the fact that how it's set in the museum. I love the way how time really plays out for the TARDIS team, where basically they go and see themselves in the actual exhibits, where you got the first Doctor hiding inside the TARDIS saying, "I have found them all. I am the master." I really do enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. And then, of course, The Chase. It is a 6-part story. We say goodbye to Ian and Barbara, who the Doctor basically kidnapped on Earth. And the Daleks have basically built their own time machine to chase after the TARDIS team. And it's absolutely brilliant, where the TARDIS materializes first in New York, and you've got Peter Purvis playing a American. Not a very good American, but he does play it to hit the best of his ability. And when he does come across the Daleks. And then again, though, he does play Stephen Taylor, who does become the Doctor's next companion after the departure of Ian and Barbara by stealing aboard the TARDIS. Which leads into the 4th story I actually ever watched for William Hartnell, and this was released back in 2008. The next one I actually watched was, of course, The Time Middler, and it was my 4th piece of Hartnell as the first Doctor, and my God, I absolutely flipping love this story. It's absolutely brilliant. It's set in 1066, just a few days before the Battle of Hastings. You got the meddling monk trying to change the course of history by meddling with with the Viking battle, and just before William the Conqueror ended up losing his eye. The Doctor does get captured, and he's not really in part 3 because William Hartnell at that time decided to go on holiday, so they had to work around filming episode 3 without the first Doctor. But Hartnell does return. I mean, we do have that epic kind of cliffhanger where you got Vicky and Stephen going in the monk's TARDIS, and he goes, "It's a TARDIS! The monk's got a TARDIS!" I really do love the way how, at the end of the titles for this season, for part 4, where it shows off Stephen's face, Mira O'Brien's face, and you just got Hartnell's face, and you got the titles, the theme music playing in the background. I really do enjoy that. The one story that isn't fully complete, but it was released on DVD, and this is not the first time you're going to see this in this DVD dispensation video. So the story I'm talking about is The Crusade. Episodes 1 and 3 do exist, but you can actually get this on the DVD in the Lost in Time box set. You can get this in a chunky box set or in a little skinny version like me. So yeah, that is all the ones you can get on DVD at the moment for over here in the UK. I haven't got any of the American releases or the Australian releases or the Germany releases, which I kind of want, but I'm running out of space for half of my collection as it is. But there is one more thing I kind of want to show. So if you do really want to buy season 2 and you want to get the DVDs, and these are the ones you do get. I mean, Lost in Time, I paid. You can get that in HMV for $10.99. For $6.99 HMV, you can get Planet of the Giants, the Dalek Invasion of Earth, the Web Planet, and the Time Middler, where you have to pay more than $10.99, around about $11.99 or basically $12.99 for these 2 box sets, which is the Rescuing the Romans in HMV, or on Amazon in the UK, or anywhere else in the UK. But there is a way you can actually get this entire whole season, but I think now you have to probably pay a lot of money for it. So the only way you can, if you do want to get all the DVDs but you want to watch the entire whole season, you can actually get it on Blu-ray in Doctor Who The Collection Season 2, which is, of course, the very first collection box set to be in the 60s era. Now, as I say, this is my favourite season for Hartnell, to have all my favourite stories. That basically was my first and third stories I actually ever watched for Hartnell, and the fourth story, you know how much I appreciate Season 2. So yeah, you can actually get Season 2 in Doctor Who The Collection Season 2. There is still a way of basically having the missing episodes, but you can actually watch it with William Russell's basically when he's talking about what happened in the missing episodes, and of course you have the Taste That Reconstruction as well. So yeah, that is everything for Season 2 for this Doctor Who DVD dispensation. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of Season 2? Do you want to get all the Doctor Who DVDs? I hope this is another quite of a fantastic episode for you. So to quickly show you the DVDs, you can see the Lost in Time there, all the way up to basically where the Space Museum is, and you've got the Time Miller just in front of the Dalek version of Earth and Planet of the Giants. As well, you can get it in Doctor Who The Collection Season 2. So thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share, and join me for the next Doctor Who DVD dispensation, where basically it is on part 3 and it's on seasons 3 and 4, because seasons 3 and 4 have got a lot of Doctor Who content missing. Thanks for the BBC junking it. So yeah, part 3 is definitely going to be seasons 3 and 4, and then part 4 will be seasons 5. So yes, as I say, the only reason I'm doing it that way, because for the DVD dispensation for season 3, you've only got 4 stories basically out on DVD for season 3, where it's still got a majority of it missing, and 1 Blu-ray release, which you will see. Season 4, we have more for season 4 than we do for season 3, so that's why I'm doing them 2 together. And then of course we're going to have season 5 in the next time for part 4, and then part 5 will be season 6. So yeah, I hope you look forward to those, and thank you for watching.